Today, I'm going to reveal to you a shocking new plan that's been quietly circulating behind the scenes in Washington. It's a plan that has the potential to dramatically alter the landscape of the Middle East, and it's all coming from the desk of one Donald Trump. The Middle East has been a hotbed of tension for decades, with conflicts raging on multiple fronts. From the Israeli-Palestinian issue to the Syrian civil war, from the rise of ISIS to the ongoing proxy wars between Saudi Arabia and Iran, it's clear that something needs to change. The region is crying out for a new approach, a new way of thinking that can help bring some semblance of peace and stability to this volatile part of the world. For years, we've seen various administrations try to tackle these issues, with varying degrees of success. But despite the best efforts of diplomats and policymakers, the problems persist. That's why a new plan, one that thinks outside the box and takes a fresh approach, is so desperately needed. And that's exactly what Trump's team has been working on behind the scenes. The stakes are incredibly high, and the potential consequences of getting it wrong are dire. But could this new plan be the game changer the region so desperately needs? The Trump administration's Middle East plan is a complex and multifaceted beast with many different moving parts. At its core, it's an attempt to bring peace and stability to the region by addressing the root causes of conflict and instability. It's a plan that involves multiple countries, from Israel and the Palestinian territories to Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and beyond. One of the key objectives of the plan is to tackle the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which has been a source of tension and instability for generations. This is a conflict that's proven notoriously difficult to solve, with both sides dug in and unwilling to compromise. But Trump's team is taking a fresh approach, one that involves working closely with regional partners to find a solution that works for everyone. The most controversial aspects of the plan is President Trump's recent proposal for the United States to take over and own the Gaza Strip, which has sparked significant debate and criticism. While the plan has been widely criticized, it has brought Gaza's post-war fate to the forefront of international discussions. Some analysts suggest that this could open the door for Arab leaders to present alternative proposals for Gaza's reconstruction and governance. Another key component of the plan is the rebuilding of war-torn countries like Syria and Iraq. These countries have been devastated by conflict and terrorism, and their reconstruction is critical to the region's long-term stability. President Trump's approach to rebuilding war-torn countries like Syria and Iraq is primarily focused on reducing U.S. involvement and shifting responsibility to regional actors. His administration is pushing for a complete withdrawal of U.S. troops from Syria and a significant reduction in Iraq, with plans being drafted for various timelines. Trump's America First agenda aims to reconsider existing alliances and foster regional peace, while prioritizing the reduction of long-term U.S. financial obligations in the Middle East. The Trump administration is likely to push for Arab states and other regional actors to take more responsibility for reconstruction efforts. Trump has suggested that wealthy neighboring countries should fund these initiatives, leveraging economic benefits and stability as incentives for participation. This approach extends to his diplomatic strategy, where controversial proposals, such as his recent plan for Gaza, appear to be negotiating tactics to pressure Arab leaders into offering alternative solutions for regional stability and reconstruction. On the Saudi-Iran front, President Trump's strategy for addressing the ongoing proxy wars between these two countries centers on strengthening ties with Saudi Arabia while exerting maximum pressure on Iran. A key component of this approach is pushing for a three-way deal to establish diplomatic relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia, with the US bolstering economic links with the Saudis. This move aims to create a stronger regional alliance against Iran. Simultaneously, Trump has signed a national security presidential memorandum to reinstate maximum pressure on Iran, including severe economic sanctions and efforts to counter Iran's influence abroad. The plan also involves offering firm security commitments to Saudi Arabia, potentially through defense cooperation agreements and arms sales. Trump aims to capitalize on Iran's current vulnerabilities to push for significant concessions on its nuclear program. Additionally, the strategy includes mediation efforts, with Saudi Arabia expressing willingness to facilitate discussions between the US and Iran for a new nuclear deal. Trump's approach also encompasses maintaining ceasefires and reducing tensions in areas like Lebanon and Syria, which could create a more favorable environment for regional stability and potentially address the root causes of the proxy conflicts. As we've seen, Trump's Middle East plan is a complex and multifaceted beast. with many different moving parts. It's a plan that has the potential to bring peace and stability to the region, but it's also a plan that's fraught with risk and uncertainty. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: this plan has the potential to reshape the entire region and set off a chain reaction of events that could have far-reaching consequences. Trump's Middle East plan is a bold and ambitious attempt to tackle the region's many problems and bring peace and stability to this volatile part of the world. Whether it will succeed or not remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: this plan has the potential to reshape the entire region and set off a chain reaction of events that could have far-reaching consequences. Trump's Middle East plan is a bold and ambitious attempt to tackle the region's many problems and bring peace and stability to this volatile part of the world. Whether it will succeed or not remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: this plan has the potential to reshape the entire region and set off a chain reaction of events that could have far-reaching consequences. What do you think about Trump's Middle East plan? Do you think it has the potential to bring peace and stability to the region, or is it a recipe for disaster? If you found this video insightful, check out our video Russia's cyber attacks on the US, a growing threat, right up here on the screen. Thanks for watching.